Level AI is a 6-year-old startup in Noida that builds its own AI platforms to enhance customer experience. Its lead machine learning engineer is positive about the country's AI space, but honest about its challenges.
I think one of the biggest things that is there for us is the availability of GPUs with the new release of DeepSeek that came in recently. Even though it was trained on a fraction of what ChatGPT was trained on, it was still $5.5 million, which is a lot of money for any Indian startup. With respect to infrastructures, I don't think we make it to the top 5. I think it will be something that's a combination of Western European nations, the US, China, and then there's a large gap and everybody else. And as of now, we belong to everybody else.
India is the world's third largest startup market with more than 260 AI deep tech ventures. The government announced a national AI mission in 2023 and has allocated around $100 billion towards innovation and development of indigenous and affordable models. The Finance Ministry, meanwhile, has also asked its officials to not use OpenAI platforms like ChatGPT and DeepSeek, citing security concerns.
Going forward, this data sovereignty issue is going to be a big issue for India. We have to have controls on who owns what and who shares where, and that is a bigger issue which India is really looking at. The rules currently envisage such frameworks which could be a kind of a gatekeeper or which is like a guardrail.
But there's more at stake here. A young economics graduate invited to the Sustainable Development Goals panel at the World Economic Forum in Davos this year believes countries should be using AI as a peace and trust-building tool.
The presentation was about how we can use AI to actually bring people together and solve dysfunction in society. People don't agree on a lot of things these days, but they did agree on the 17 SDGs in 2015, and we can actually use our greatest tool to tap into our greatest strength, which was cooperation.
The vision of startups will need government investments in AI funding and research to ensure that India is not reduced to only being a consumer of technology. The Indian government has announced big plans in its national AI mission, but it needs to put its money where its mouth is. Smita Sharma, TRT World, New Delhi.